Hello everyone. This week I wanted to talk about flexibility. One thing I've noticed in this field is that you need the ability to be flexible. This week I've had a really neat experience. I've been sitting in with one of our counselors who visits a local children's home every week, and these children have been removed from their homes by DSS, and either they're not eligible for foster care or there simply isn't foster care available for them. So they're in a children's home, and it's ages 5 through 12th grade, and all of the children that we saw were I think the youngest one was 6 and the oldest one was like 13. So that was the age range of the ones we worked with those particular 2 days. But on the first day, I can't remember the situation exactly. I think what had happened was the counselor had put a specific child in their caseload for that day, on their schedule for that day, and the child had went back home. There had been a court date the week before, and the child had went back home. So she had a slot open where she had to do some moving around and was able to see some other children that she didn't think she was going to get to see that day. And then the second day, something kind of similar happened. One of the children that was on her schedule for her to see that day, she had never actually seen this child because he was new to the home, and the night before there had been some suspicious behaviors conducted by this child towards another child that might indicate sexual abuse, and so they immediately removed that child from the children's home, so she didn't get to see him that day. And so that turned out that because of the scheduling and different things going on, she wasn't able to see any extra kids, so she had time to go over some planning, and she did take some extra time with some of the kids that she did see that day. I really enjoyed that experience working with her. I've noticed even when I've been in the schools with counselors that go into the schools, the same thing kind of happens because they try not to pull them out of core classes. They try to pull them out of classes that are, like home ec or whatever. And so in the way that the schedules for the high schools work in our county is they have a rotating schedule. So if, say, the counselor is in the school on a Tuesday, the students are either on rotation A or rotation B. So if on rotation A day they have all their core classes that day, he may be planning on seeing a student that day but not get to see them, and kind of has to rearrange his schedule that way. We've also seen where kids were like, I really don't want to meet today, I have a test in such and such class or whatever, so or the kid might be absent from school. So you really have to learn how to be flexible and make the most use of your time available and try to work in as many kids as possible. And so that's something I think that I'm pretty good with. I think I'm pretty flexible in the group setting. I've learned how to be flexible in that setting, but with individuals, kind of working them around in the office, it's different because we have set appointment times. And so I've not really had any personal experience with having to be flexible like that. So it would be interesting to see how I might react to that. I think I would do okay, but and then too, of course, anytime we have time to catch up on paperwork, it's a good thing. My question for you guys this week is if you've had to experience having to be flexible in your placements, and if so, what did that entail and what was your experience like? I hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving tomorrow, and I will talk to you in a couple of weeks.